Hey guys, it's your girl Vanessa here. Welcome back to another video. Are you currently stuck in your hair growth journey? Are you experiencing stunted hair growth or hair that is just thinning, breaking, or perhaps hair that it just seems to be losing volume? If that's you, I have got you with today's video because I'm going to share with you two really simple, easy recipes that you can use together. Honestly, for those of you that always say, oh, you've got so many recipes, I don't know which one to choose from, this one is for you. Use these two recipes together for at least 3 months and I promise you, you will come back and tell me how much your hair has grown and how much volume it has. You have to use these two together. I'm going to explain everything that you need to do as the video progresses, so please make sure that you watch the video and you watch until the end. Now, if you're a returning subscriber, before we get into it, I want to say a huge thank you for your support. And if you're new to the channel and you want to perhaps grow strong, healthy hair the natural way, this channel is definitely for you as well. So please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell so you know when I post another video, which will be very soon. So let's get into the video. The first recipe that you're going to need will be this one here. Okay, so before you use this one, guys, you need to shampoo your hair. Yeah, so that's where you're going to start your sort of like your regimen. Yeah, so make sure that your hair is shampooed, and then you're going to go ahead and use this as your deep conditioning treatment right after shampooing your hair. And I want you as well to use this once a week thereafter until your next wash day. Okay, so let's say if your wash day is like every 4 weeks, so you shampooed your hair this week, the next, obviously, do you deep condition this week because you shampooed your hair, and then next week you need to deep condition. So you just apply this treatment to your hair without using any conditioner. Okay, so just put the treatment on your dry hair, rinse it out, and then style your hair as you would normally, and then you would repeat that for the remainder of the 2 weeks of the month until your next wash day, and then you repeat the cycle. Okay, so the way you're going to make the conditioner is you're going to need some oats. Okay, so this is just like regular oats that I get from the supermarket. Now make sure that if you're using instant oat, that it doesn't have sugar in it, doesn't have honey. Try to make it as natural as possible. Now the quantity of this will depend on how much hair you have. Okay, so perhaps use less water. So essentially you're going to add a little bit of oats in a jar, put some water, allow it to become a bit soft, and then you're going to just gently blend it with a hand blender. Or if you don't have a hand blender, use your regular blender, and then you're going to strain it. The water of it is left behind, and you're going to add about 2 tablespoons of corn starch or corn flour. Now you want to go ahead and combine this together until the corn flour has completely dissolved into the water. Now if you're looking to make less of this conditioner, definitely use less water. Okay, because the more water you use, the more your conditioner you're going to make. So if you're using a lot of water, please also adjust the quantity of the cornstarch because you want this to be a nice thick conditioner. Now if you pop this on the stove and you're stirring and you're finding that it's a bit too thin, all you can just do is add more cornstarch. Okay, so don't worry about it, just apply put more cornstarch until you have the desired texture. Now it's important that when you pop this on the stove that you're there and you're stirring occasionally so that it doesn't form lumps. But if it does form lumps, it's fine. Use a strainer like this and just strain it so that you can remove all of the lumps and have like just a nice smooth textured conditioner. Now after you've finished this step, you can let it cool down, or you can go ahead and use it straight away. So you're going to add some oil. Oil is very important, so make sure that you have it in your deep conditioner because it helps with slip, it helps with detangling, it helps with moisture. It's really good for your hair. Okay, so please use any oil of your choice. It could be olive oil, avocado oil, or any other DIY oil that you may have sitting around. So I added about 2 tablespoons, I would say 2 to 3 tablespoons. If you want, you can actually add a little bit of honey as well. It's really good for moisture. So like I said, you have to use this once a week until your next wash day. So this is the consistency that you end up with. So you can go ahead and apply this to your hair right after shampooing, and then when your hair is already shampooed and you just need to deep condition, apply this straight to dry hair. If it's a bit too thick, you can just spray your hair with a bit of water and then apply this. Okay, so after doing that, you're going to go ahead and rinse your hair. So no shampoo, just rinse the hair, and then we're going to move on to the next thing that you're going to be applying, and that will be a leave-in conditioner. Okay, again, I'm going to talk you through what you need to do again to sort of like get your hair to the stage that you probably want it to be. So to make the leave-in conditioner, we're going to need some coffee. So this is just ground coffee, but it has caffeine in it, so don't use the decaf coffee. You can use instant coffee if you want to, but just make sure it's not decaf. So next, we're going to go ahead, while that's resting and infusing, we're going to go ahead and add in a few tablespoons of flaxseed. So this, I think I used about 5 to 6 tablespoons, but again, I was making quite a good amount, so use as much as you need. Now, because you'll be using this quite constantly or frequently, I would say it's probably best you make a good amount so that you can keep and use when you need it. You can keep this in the fridge, it stores really nicely, so you can make a good amount so that you don't have to make it like every time that you need it. So next, we're going to go ahead and add in some rosemary. So this is just fresh rosemary that you get from the grocery store. So we're just going to go ahead and add that to it. Now we need some liquid, right, to make the flaxseed gel. So we'll be using the coffee that has been infusing that we made earlier. So I will be straining. Because I use a coffee, like ground coffee, I need something that's quite fine to strain so that the powder doesn't get through. But if you use instant coffee, you don't have to strain anything. So you can just pour that mixture right into the flaxseed mixture. And then obviously, because it's not going to be enough, you're also going to need to add some water. So once you've done that, we're going to pop it on the stove, as you're going to see in just a little bit, and just allow it to infuse. Okay, so you're going to know this is ready when you can see that the liquid is becoming a bit slimy and thick. That's how you know that it's forming the gel. So you can take it off the stove, strain straight away, because it's better to strain while it's still hot, because it will still be in its liquid form. When it cools down, it's fine, you can strain as well, but it will be jelly, right? So it might be a little bit trickier to strain. I like to do it while it's hot. Now let me tell you guys what this would do for your hair. Each one of these ingredients, I selected these 2 recipes because these are the recipes that are absolutely amazing and work for most hair types, and I'm pretty sure if you use it exactly as I'm directing you guys and as frequently as I'm directing you, you will definitely notice a big difference in your hair growth. Okay, so now just to tell you about the benefits of each one of these, and I'm going to go through it really quickly just so I can give you everything. So oats are really good at providing essential nutrients like vitamin B, protein and minerals, and these help to strengthen the hair follicles, and it prevents hair fall. That's what I mentioned earlier. If you're experiencing hair thinning, your hair is just not growing, it's just not voluminous, this is for you. Now cornstarch, on the other hand, is also very good because it absorbs excess oil. It also adds volume and moisture to your hair, so this is going to give you like the thickness that you need. And obviously the oil in the first recipe, like I said, is great with moisture. Now coffee can help to stimulate the hair follicles, improving blood circulation and potentially reducing hair loss by blocking the effect of DHT, which is a hormone that has been associated with hair loss. Now rosemary also stimulates hair growth because basically it sort of like stimulates the follicles, provide hair growth, and also it reduces hair loss, it combats dandruff, and also reduces premature growing. So again, these are all the things that you need for your hair to grow strong and healthy. Now, flax seeds are quite high in protein, so this promotes hair growth, reduce breakage, and improve shine and moisture. Now, all of these things that I've just mentioned, guys, are the things that you really need in like your hair for it to stay moisturized, so that it doesn't break and it doesn't thin out. Okay, and you can do all this while also stimulating hair growth at the same time. So your hair will be growing, and that hair that's growing is not going to break, and essentially you will most definitely notice a change. So now, how to use this one. So after you've rinsed the conditioner off of your hair, you're gonna go ahead and apply this one. Make sure you apply it to your scalp as well. Okay, so you want to apply it to the hair and then follow through with an oil to seal the moisture and style your hair as normal. And you need to repeat this, I would say, 2 to 3 times a week in between your deep conditioning treatments. Yeah, because you'll do the deep conditioning treatment once a week, and then you're going to apply this one 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how well your hair retains moisture. And then you're going to repeat that until you're due to wash your hair again, right? So you want to do that, and I promise you, do this for 3 months and let me know if your hair is not growing, if you're not seeing any results. I would love to know what your outcome is, and if you are seeing amazing changes, please, again, I would love to hear from you guys, so please let me know. I will be checking on this throughout the rest of my videos, just to see if any of you guys have been doing it and what the outcome is for you. So this brings me to the end of the video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I would like to say a huge thank you for watching, guys, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.